It's Monday and I've spent today working my way around the engine bay. So I've been flatting and polishing, and if anybody's ever tried getting flatting marks out with a 1-inch polisher, by all means have a go. It ain't fun, but the results look rather good. It's all starting to pop, but now I'm on this front panel and there are some quite bad scratches that are under the lacquer, and I'm trying to flat the lacquer down level so that we lose these scratches. So I'm just working my way across the front panel. I've took all the clips out that hold the grille, the rubber stops and the alarm switch for the bonnet I've removed, and masked up the chassis plate. Didn't want to drill it off because I haven't got any pop rivets, to be honest. So basically I'm just got this front panel here to do, and then we'll be moving on to somewhere else, but I want to get this part looking as nice as possible because it is the first thing you see when you open the bonnet. So you know, the preparation underneath the lacquer isn't brilliant, as you can see, and obviously I want to get it looking a bit more like that. So I'm pleased with the day's work on this. It's come up quite well. I'm sure it's what Matthew wanted. So I'll crack on with this, hopefully get this finished today, and then I can move on to a different part tomorrow. So I'll see you then. I hope you're enjoying this video. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, hit it now and enjoy the rest of the video. Well, after completing the engine bay, a lot of finger flatting, and then what was even harder was getting in some of the places that I've been with my finger and using a 1-inch polisher to get out the flatting marks. But overall I think it was well worth the extra effort, and the engine bay is now looking lovely. Really pleased with it. Now, as I said on a previous video, we've got new glass coming later this week, but I've got to strip the interior out and remove the door panels again because it's having new side glass as well. I've got to polish the red paint that's under the rear quarter windows, so I'm going to remove the interior now, give me clearer access to get in to do what I've got to do, and certainly make it easier for the chap that's coming to install the windows. and that way I can mask all the carpet off with the seats out, and there shouldn't be any damage, or not too much for me to clean up afterwards. I'm more concerned about what's going to happen around the paint when the windows are fitted, where I've already polished, so it looks like I might have to go over some of it again, depending on how careful they are with the installation. The other thing that I've done this morning is there was a terrible fuel smell in the car, and so today I decided I was going to explore to find out what it was. And as you can see on these tanks, there's a breather pipe that comes from the filler neck in there, and it follows the tank around and goes down, 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 and behind this carpet, let me just get the light in there so you can see, I found that the end of the pipe exited behind the carpet and not through the hole, through a flexible pipe that comes out under the rear bumper. So after finding that, I've been and got some pipe and put that on and fitted it correctly. Now exits there, and then over the next day or so, with the boot closed, I'll be able to see whether that's cured the smell. So that's so far today where I've got to. I've got to put all the carpet back in, and once I know the smell's cured, I can clean the boot area and put everything back as it should. You can see I've had to take the rubbers off to remove the carpeting, so that's got to be put back. But see if I've cured the smell first. So that's another job off the list. And then when I put all the interior back in, then it's going to have a deep clean inside as well. And then I think that should be the end of it. But the striping people are coming, I would imagine, over the next week to put the Mexico stripes on, and I'll see if I can film some of that, if they'll allow me to film them. We're having it done professionally because I don't want to wrinkle a piece of vinyl putting it on, and they are expensive and they're not easy to get. So I'm going to have the professionals come and do it. I am good at some things and quite confident, and I'm sure I could fit the stripes. I've done it before, years ago, when we used to build these Fords, Escorts, Mark 1s and Mark 2s. But it's been that long since I've done one, I'm not confident I can do it in one go. So I'm going to pay somebody to do it properly. The paint work, I think, is as good as I can get it. It's been a lot of effort, but it's very satisfying to see it all coming to fruition. I'm really proud of the engine bay, because that has been a lot of delicate places to flat down, so that's very pleasing. And once I've got the interior out, I'll be taking the wheels off and we'll start cleaning the undercarriage. And we haven't had a good look underneath yet, so I'll make sure I film some of that. But no, really pleased, and it's moving on. And like I say, probably a couple of weeks, with having to wait for the glass to be fitted. We've got to get new rubbers first. They're supposed to arrive Friday. Once he's finished doing his bit, we can get the stripe people in to stripe it, and then I've got to ceramic coat everything then. And I'll ceramic the engine bay as well while I'm at it. So that's what I'm up to now. No more big polishing, I don't think. And like I say, just got to get on and get the things ticked off the lists. I didn't expect to have to take the door cards back off when Obviously we wasn't having new glass at that point, so I'd have left them off in the first place, but it is what it is, and we'll move on. Right, I'll see you as I'm doing, or I'll show you with the interior out, I suppose. See you later. Well, I've spent a couple of hours now removing the interior, and I've managed to get every clip out without breaking it, and I'm now going to mask off all the inside before I get in there to flat the red panels. But I was quite surprised for a new carpet how dirty it is, and I'm glad they've got the seats out so that I can clean them properly and make sure it's all nice and mint before I put the trim back in. But you can see it's all been dynamatted and dynapadded on top of that as well in there. Soundproof to death. So we're progressing. Strip the doors down for the chap who's fitting the windows. So I'll start moving forward and get this lot masked off or covered up so we don't get footprints everywhere. Just thought I'd show the orange peel that I'm trying to remove during the flatting process.